Okay, problem 628. And notice I'm not putting, oh, golly. I'm not putting the P's. I'm going to though, because it's making it a date. Hopefully by now y'all have realized all the exercises just go in numerical order, and it doesn't matter if it has an S, an E, or a P in front of it. Just start with the S's and go, and they're all in order from there. They don't start renumbering or anything. Okay, so Fit Gym began January with merchandise inventory of 78 crates of vitamins that cost a total of $42.90. During the month, Fit Gym purchased and sold merchandise on account as follows. And we have some stuff here. And we're supposed to do the same thing. Cost of goods sold, ending inventory, and gross profit under FIFO, and then under LIFO. And we're not, those are the only two we're doing. So let me copy this down, and then I will switch to just the cards, just to Excel. Oh, well, you know what? It was $42.90, so it's going to be $42.90 divided by 78, right? Because we need the unit cost. January 18th, purchase. Okay, let me make this big. Let me just do everything here in Excel. Okay, this is units. This is dollars. Keep in mind that when they tell you the dollar amount for a sale, remember that's the retail price. Now on this one, they're two different prices, so keep that in mind. Okay, let me block off. Let me get rid of this stuff here. All right, so January 1st, we had the beginning balance of 78 units at 55 apiece. I should have gone ahead and done this like I did last time. And then we can just draw a line. All right, January 13th, we sold 100. I'm super confused. We sold 180 and we only have 78. Oh, I missed a purchase. I was like, how is that possible? January 5th, we had a purchase. Of 180 at 100. I mean at 64. No, 156 at 64. Okay. So 78, 156, 180, 114, and 150. Okay, I think it's right now. All right, so January 5th, we purchased 156 at 64. I see. You don't even really need to total that one out. All right, so then when you come over here to the balance, you need to bring the 78 down first, and then put in the 156 at 64. And then draw a line. Then I have the 13th, and I sold 180 of them. All right, so we're doing first in, first out, so FIFO. So I'm going to do this 78 first at the 55. All right, I need 180 total. So I need 180 minus the 78 that I already have. So I need 102 more. We're going to be out of this 156, so it's 64. And then this one, I had 156 minus the 102. So I have 54 left at the $64. And that's my ending inventory at that moment. Draw a line under it. All right, January the 18th, I purchased 114.75. All right, so pull the 54 down first. That's 64, and then the 114 at 75 can go in. Draw a line. And then I sold 150. All right, so first in, first out. I'm going to get rid of the 54 that I had. That's 64. And then I sold 150. I already did 54, so I need 96 more. They're going to come out of the 114 at 75. And then I've got the 114 minus the 96. I have 18 left at 75. And draw a line because that's over, and that is it. So this 1350, this is my ending inventory. And then my cost of goods sold is going to be the sum of those. Oh. And then we need to do our find gross profit. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to do my sales. All right, my sales are 180 times 100 and 150 times 116. So this is my total sales. All right, so they want us to find gross profit. So I'm going to have my sales, or 35,400, minus cost of goods sold was 21,474. So my gross profit is $13,926. That bold. I'm going to make this bold. And I'm going to make this bold. Okay, now we have to do the same thing again for LIFO. So let me set up the table. I'm going to pause and set the table, and I'll be back. Okay, LIFO. Now, I went ahead and left the first two in here because they basically stay the same for the first two. January 1st is the beginning inventory of 78 at $55. Then they purchased 156 at 64. So remember, bring the 78 down first, then add in the 156 units. All right, then we sold 180. Okay, so it's last in, first out. So I'm going to get rid of all 156 of these. So 156 at 64. And then I need 24 more, and they're going to come out of the 78 at 55. All right, so now the 156 is gone. I have the 78 minus the 24 at 55. I copied with that because I had a... Okay. Well, I'm just going to leave those. I'll fix them as we go. All right. And then a line underneath. All right. January the 18th, I bought 114 at 75. All right. So I have to bring the 54 down first, and then add in the 114 at 75. Okay, ignore this one. Oh, my Lanta. All right, then on the 26th, I sold 150. All right, so I'm going to do the 114 first because it's last in, first out. So the 114 is going to go first at 75. And then I need 150 minus the 114 I already have. I need 36 more. They're going to come out of 54 at $55. And then I have left the 54 minus the 36 that I pulled from it. I have 18 left. And notice I had 18 over here. All right, they should be the same number of units. All right, and this one's at $55. And then that is it. I'll go back and take these lines out here in a minute. All right, so this is my ending inventory. Cost of goods sold, I need to add up these. And then my sales, this is going to basically be the same. All right, but my cost of goods sold is now $21,834, and I have the new gross profit. And if you notice, my gross profit under LIFO is lower than under FIFO because prices are rising. Cost of goods sold under LIFO has newer, higher costs, so hence gross profit is lower. All right, another thing I want to point out here are our journal entries. We didn't really do the journal entries, but let me show you the journal entries with respect to this one. Okay, so when I purchase something, that's no big deal. So let's do this purchase right here for $99.84. All right, I'm still going to have merchandise inventory. This entry has not changed at all. And let's say it was bought on credit. Okay. Now, where these calculations come into play are with the sale. All right. So when I sell something, and let's say I sold it on credit, so I'm going to have accounts receivable and sales. All right. That's at retail. So for that first one, it's $180 at $100. All right. 180 times the $100. right? That's right here, and here's the cost of goods sold for that particular sale. So the entry would be cost of goods sold, and it would be the $99.84 plus the $13.20, and then out of merchandise inventory. All right, and this is the one that was on January 13th. All right, then for the January 26th, you have all the same basic entries. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move this down one. And I want to move these down because I like to have a line between. That bothers me. I don't know why I did that. All right, this one, it was 150 units at $116. So 150 times 116. All right, and then our cost of goods sold is going to be the $85.50 and the $19.80. Okay, and that's where that inventory card comes into play and all those calculations. You have to do those to get the journal entries. Okay, that is it for what we're going to be doing in Chapter 6. Let me know if you have any questions.